Now that you have set up all the tools and the table, let's see how you can train your own AI model using Dreambooth and create a custom Stable Diffusion model that you can use in your apps. Alright, so let's close this side information panel and look at all the columns in this field. You can start first by creating a row by clicking this Add Row button. What this does is create a row where you can start adding the data for your training to begin. First, let's give this a unique token. Let's give this a text name. Next, you need to give a name to your replicate model. Make sure it has to use first your replicate ID followed by a slash and then your model name. Let's just use the same one. All right. So now in this column status, it tells you all the steps you need to do while you are building this model. Currently, it says add images for training. So you see this column here called add images for training. It's an image field where you need to just drop in the images that you want this to train on. Okay, so let's drag and drop a few images. As you can see, these images get uploaded and these are actually stored to your own Firebase storage and not on Roi itself. So all this data stays on your own Firebase project and Google Cloud. All right. As you can see now, the status field says detecting face and now it says resizing the images. So what's happening here is behind the hoods, there are a couple of derivative columns that are automatically running when this image got uploaded. For example, these image got uploaded. There is this face detection column, which if we go into the configuration, we'll see that it's using the Google Vision API to detect where the face locations are. And once that's done, it returns a JSON object. Here we have another column, which is also an image column of the type derivative, which we go in and see here is listening to both the images for training that we added as well as the face detection JSON to then zoom in on the images, resize them, and bring back images here. And then finally, we have another column here called trained zip, which if we go into the config, you will see that it's using the add ADM zip npm module to zip all the files from the processed training images and generate a zip file. The good thing is you don't need to change any of these code. These are all coming bundled in as part of the template, and so you don't need to do any change. And if you want to tweak it any other way and do something else, you have full flexibility to do that using this code block. All right, so as you can see now, the status says images are ready for training. You can resize and see the full message. All right, so since this is now ready, we need to click this action button, which will start training the images on replicate. So let's click train model. So as you can see, the status has now updated to training model. You'll also see that the training link has gotten populated. So if you click this and open, you'll see here in replicate what is happening with the status of the model. It takes a few minutes, about 2 to 3 minutes for this to complete, or even about 5 minutes if you're starting and doing this for the first time. So let's wait for that and we'll come back to it in that time frame. Okay, so here you can see that the model is now complete and you see the status here. It says training completed, model ready for use. This is great. Now you have actually created your own Stable Diffusion model using Dreambooth and it's all good to go. In the next part, we'll see how you can start generating images using this model.